What's up, guys? Welcome into the CBD Exchange online channel. Here we are today from the Elite Rehabilitation Institute in Braidwood, Illinois, and I'm with Dr. Jason Lamarche.
How you doing?
Today we're going to talk about CBD and the chiropractic field. Boom! Jason, thanks for coming by today, man. It's good to see you.
Great to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about CBD and the chiropractic field.
A lot to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about just CBD here with your customers, and are you currently offering it to your customers? What kind of products do you carry? And I guess for me, what kind of feedback are you getting from the customers when you present CBD as an option in place of, say, Big Pharma?
Yeah, so we started offering this product probably 6 to 9 months ago. We have a couple different brands that we use. Designs for Health is one of ours. And we're talking because, you know, me and you have one of the same interests, but we probably started 6 to 9 months ago, like I was saying, and it's been phenomenal. The feedback from the patients is amazing because people are terrified with this whole opioid crisis thing.
Absolutely.
People don't want to take pain medication in general because they've heard all the different things that are happening. People are dying. It's unfortunately like the opioid thing is now the leading cause of death of people under 50 in the United States. Wow. So it's a real thing. Yeah. And it's not necessarily all the doctor's fault. You know, I mean, I think the doctors want to do a lot of good for a lot of people, but what's happening is they're just, Big Pharma's gotten out of control, and essentially they've lied to the public about the risk of addiction. They've lied to the public about like when it's safe to take it. You know, typically like with this opioid thing, you should take it post-surgical, or if you have cancer. And post-surgical, they say you should take it for 3 days only. That's what's recommended.
Right, yeah.
3 days, and people are getting just, I mean, bags full of this stuff from their doctors. Doctors are going to jail for it because they are getting, you know, a lot of money from it. Not all the doctors are like this, you know, be clear on that part, but it's crazy, man. It's gotten out of control. And this is a phenomenal product that actually does help heal the body. People just have to, I think, get over the stigma. Yeah, the stigma. Because people that have never, you know, people that have never actually smoked marijuana or anything before, when they hear about it, they're like, I don't know about that. Like, is it safe? What do you think? Well,
and again, with CBD, what I always find is, you know, CBD is the non-psychoactive component of cannabis.
Right.
So nobody's getting high here. Nobody is, you know, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. We're using a natural product here to treat things like anxiety, stress, inflammation. And with CBD, you're not getting those horrible side effects that you get from those Big Pharma medicines. Yeah. And you know, on the site I mentioned about my story, you know, when I went to a doctor 20 years ago and I, you know, said, hey, I'm struggling from anxiety. What can you do for me? And instead of maybe doing a drug test, finding out what's really going on there, they just got out that pad and started writing those scripts.
That's what they're taught, though. Right?
And I'm telling you that it is, but that's where things unraveled for me, man. And I'm telling you, man, that was tough to get through that.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I tell you, without the CBD, I don't know where I would be today. So awesome. Talk a little bit about, you know, the inflammation aspect and treating the inflammation and the feedback that you're getting from the customers.
Yeah, so I mean, inflammation is one of probably the main cause of most conditions that people have, right? Inflammation, you could attribute that to, I mean, the diet, I mean, the stress levels, people aren't sleeping well enough. So inflammation causes a lot of problems. It makes everything worse. And with CBD, like the main reason why I started using it was because of that aspect of it was anti-inflammatory, right? I mean, we use a lot of other products now that are anti-inflammatory, turmeric or curcumin being one of them, very, very powerful. So there, I mean, foods in general, even with medications, medications typically are developed from foods, from nature. Right. They even send people like to, you know, South America and hang out with shamans and stuff and find out like, what do you use for this condition? They find it, and then they take that and they create it in the lab. So, I mean, metformin is a diabetes drug that actually comes from a lily. Coumadin is a blood thinner, right? But that actually comes from green leaves. So when somebody's cutting their grass, that smell is coumadin, coumarin. That's cool. Coumarin, but I mean, same thing with CBD. So it's very, very powerful. You can find very powerful products or compounds in nature.
Sure, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and what's interesting, like I was telling you, when I was taking my Big Pharma meds, I'm taking 600 milligrams a day to function, ladies and gents.
Oh yeah.
And that is a tough thing to do. And it's amazing that I've been able to find an all natural product that's got that much gusto and that power.
It's very
that
powerful
power
stuff.
to it.
Yeah.
Where I've been able to eliminate all that nasty medicine. So it's been life-changing for me, and that's fantastic to hear that it's changing lives for your patients.
And that's actually, when I do present this product to them, that's what I tell them. Like, do you see anything wrong with turmeric? They go, no, of course not, right? Turmeric is an herb or whatever.
Right.
And I tell them, like, it's the same type of thing. It's a plant compound with medicinal properties.
Exactly. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that it is. And to me, it's just crazy nowadays that I can go walk into a store and just buy all these harmful drugs for myself with all these crazy side effects. And nobody's really talking a lot about that. And I think that's really, the problem.
Well, they talk about it in their commercials, but when they do, it's very, very fast, and they put somebody who's running through a field who's smiling, right?
Right, exactly.
So your brain doesn't really
Well,
catch
what I really like about the big pharma medicines is they'll do the commercial, and then at the very end they'll say, well, and the side effects are possible heart attack, possible it's crazy. It's just gotten out of control.
Yeah.
So another thing I know, when I first started talking to you and you first started presenting CBD as an option to your patients, one of the things that the patients were a little hesitant in is, okay, well, could I possibly pop on a drug screen?
Right.
Could this happen? And if it is going to happen, then I'm not going to use the product, correct? Talk a little bit about that. Is that, have you had a lot of kind of pullback on that?
Well, from people that are union, right? Because they get like a lot of random drug tests.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, that's definitely one thing. There are products that don't contain THC, right? And THC is the one thing that they screen for. It's not CBD.
Right, correct.
And once we take that, that worry out of it, then it's fine. Then
well, and the one thing that people need to understand about CBD, so a quality third-party lab tested CBD product will have a level of THC in it of 0.3% or less. Okay. Now, typically, that's not going to pop on a drug screen, but it depends. It just depends on the type of drug screen that they're doing. So there is a possibility. So what I've had to do on my site is I've added a THC-free CBD product.
Right.
So there isn't even 0.3% in the product. It's THC-free across the board, and you're good to go. You're not going to pop on a drug screen. So you and I can possibly get together and talk about that product as well. Just that'd be a good one to at least have.
Yep.
So that eliminates that concern.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think one of the other questions that you had is, really it's an unregulated product right now, CBD. So everybody pretty much at this point is saying we have CBD, right? So I would caution people, if there's no third-party lab testing on the product, do not buy it. Just simply.
You could say the same thing with most products, like in the supplement industry, though. Like, even if you were to go to, whatever, the dollar store, let's say, or GNC, like you don't know what you're buying. If it's not third-party tested, I don't think anybody should buy it.
Right, correct. No, I agree. I mean, you have to see what's in there.
Yep.
You just have to.
And that's the reason why a product will be more expensive, is because there's actually more testing that goes into it, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you can make something for really cheap, but if you don't know what's in the bottle, you're not getting anything. Like, there's people, when they did studies where they would just randomly pull things off shelves and they would actually test what was in the bottle. And a lot of times what was written on the bottle wasn't even in the bottle. That's right? Crazy. So I mean, people are just wasting their money, and it doesn't even matter what the cost is on the product.
Right.
There's businesses out there that'll sell $60, $80, $100 bottles of supplements, and there's nothing in it.
Right. Well, and it's funny because you came to me too and you said, hey, what's this hemp seed oil?
Yeah.
Isn't that comparable to CBD? Guys, hemp seed oil is not CBD. It is not CBD. Hemp seed oil is made by crushing hemp seeds. There is absolutely no medicinal benefit from hemp seed oil other than probably enhancing your quality of sleep. It's not going to treat inflammation. It's not going to do those things like CBD is going to do. So that's kind of the difference as to where we're at. So listen, I really enjoy you getting together with me today. It's been amazing to just sit here and pick your mind for a brief period of time and
good time
and get your knowledge. And I look forward to working with your office in the future. I think we can provide some outstanding products for you guys.
For sure.
And for anybody looking to in the Briarwood area that's looking to get a quick, I said that wrong. In the Braidwood area that's looking to get a quick adjustment, come on and see my buddy Jason Lamarche.